2022 is just about to start for me. I am at Heathrow Terminal 5 on the pod, the automated pod, getting to the terminal, get ready to fly to San Francisco first off, and of course making our way to Oakland. So, Hannah, I believe, is already at the airport. Mark and Dom are coming down from Manchester, so we'll see the rest of them in the airport. Hopefully security isn't too busy and we'll get going. So we travelled out of Heathrow Terminal 5 on the morning of Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. We ended up being delayed by a couple of hours, unfortunately, but there we go. We headed out to San Francisco Airport, about a 10 to 11 hour trip. Ended up finding our place in Alameda and then headed out for a few drinks in the evening at Lucky 13. Dom coming in with the Dom stare and the beers in what we kind of think of as a classic styly American bar. Our first full day out there in California in the East Bay. Had a little look, a nice little walk to clear the head. There's Alameda Beach. Before a bit of retail therapy at the Oaklandish store, stocking up on a few bits and bobs, a few tees, a few caps, a few hoodies, lots to look out for. So if you're in Oakland, you need to get to Oaklandish. And then we headed out to game one of our trip. It was a night game against Seattle. So we got the BART to the Coliseum stop and then headed out over the ramp towards the Coliseum for the first time for us for a few years because of the COVID pandemic. Dom, Mark and Hannah ahead, looking out over the tracks. A few beers in hand there as we head out to the ballpark. This is the place actually where you can drop off luggage if you need to. We'll show you that in part 3 where we dropped off some luggage, but that's where you do it at the top of that BART ramp. But we then walked around the side towards the parking lot for the first tailgate of our trip, and there were plenty of good tailgates before the games. Here we are, chatting to some of our friends out there in Oakland. From there, Cass led the way into the Coliseum and on our way to the right field bleachers. So, a Tuesday night game against the Seattle Mariners. It's a fairly sparse crowd, as you would expect. A particularly sparse that night. But it didn't dampen our enthusiasm at all to be out there at the Coliseum once again, and with our friends in the right field bleachers, drumming away and getting involved.
and we had the treat of their ceremonial first pitch involving 2 stars from the Oakland Roots football team, or soccer club if you want to call them, and they joined us out in the right field. Then we headed off to a nice suite looking out over centre field.
Okay, so I don't think you can properly hear me, but we are in a suite at the Coliseum. It is going very nicely. The A's are winning 4-1. Hannah is here too. Dom is here too. He's had a few drinks, to be fair to the boy.
Potentially it's the jet lag. We're not sure.
Jet lag, drink, make up your own mind. But we are here in the suite, thanks to Cass. We're having a great time. So there we go, there's the view.
It was never a mess up on the
Over centre field, here at the Coliseum. Day 1 of our trip, following the A's. Come on, the A's. Let's get this win done and get a win on the board.
And we did get a win on the board, 4-1. Julio Rodriguez was not so successful in throwing us a ball.
I'm sorry. Hey, time out.